everybody, and happy St. Patrick's Day. It's weather for Weather Geeks time on this Wednesday evening. You could say we had the luck of the Irish with us today. It was a beautiful, beautiful St. Patrick's Day across the region today. Mild and generally sunny, as I like to do a lot of times on this video. Let's start with a time-lapse video. This is Youngstown, beautiful sunrise this morning, and we had a steady increase in cirrus clouds this afternoon, and it really took until 5, 6 o'clock before it turned fairly cloudy. This was a mostly sunny day for the most part, and temperatures responded nicely. We did 65 here locally, 67 in New Philly, 65 in Pittsburgh. There was a pretty pronounced lake breeze that did cool down the lakeshore this afternoon, but we are too far south to get in on that. And so it was not only a beautiful day today, but the warmest St. Patrick's Day in 9 years. It's been since the warmest on record since we've had a day like today. The warmest on record, 2012, 77 degrees. Now, we weren't that warm, of course, today, but still, this was a lot better than recent years. We've had some chilly St. Patrick's Days over the last few years, and a couple of these featured a little bit of snowfall. All right, so we have clouds starting to thicken up from the south, all in association, of course, with our blockbuster system moving through the deep south. And as expected, this has been a bad, bad day in parts of Dixie Alley, from Mississippi into Alabama, parts of Louisiana as well, and even in parts of Arkansas. Several confirmed tornadoes. If you want to have a super intense job, be a meteorologist in the state of Alabama on a day like today, whether it's at the National Weather Service or on television. These individuals have their hands full with multiple tornado warnings at one time, and it's going to be a long, long night. This is far from over. This is all going to shift to the east tomorrow. This becomes a problem for the Carolinas, Georgia, maybe parts of Virginia, and even as far north as southern Ohio. There could be a couple of heavy, gusty thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon in places such as Marietta, Parkersburg, down into West Virginia. Once you get up north of I-70, though, the air's going to be way too stable. That being said, I can't totally rule out a little thunder tomorrow, maybe as far north as the West Virginia Panhandle. Might even hear a clap of thunder up to about East Liverpool, but that's about as far north as it should get. Most of this will be down in central West Virginia and points south, but up towards the Panhandle, up towards Wheeling, Steubenville, Toronto, maybe again up towards East Liverpool, a clap of thunder may be heard. Just a reminder once again that next week is Severe Weather Awareness Week in the state of Ohio. We do this every March in Ohio. It's in April in Pennsylvania. And this includes the statewide tornado drill, which will take place a week from today in the morning hours at 9:50 a.m. All right, we need rain. That is nothing new. It's by March standards, pretty dry around here, and when you look at the last 30 days of precipitation versus average, these brighter yellow colors, especially in Mercer, Lawrence, and Trumbull counties, that's about 2 inches shy of average precipitation for that 30-day period. It's not quite as dry in Mahoning and Columbiana counties, but still at least an inch behind or below average for the last 30 days. We might make up all of this in one day tomorrow. The rainfall totals have been trending up on our modeling over the last 24 hours or so. So an inch seems like almost a lock at this point, or very close to it. And I'm not going to be surprised if some places check in with about 1.5 inches worth of rain, especially south of I-80. Once you see some of these models advertising 1 3/4, 2 inches, that becomes a little bit of a stretch, I think. But I think 1 inch to 1.5 inches is going to be pretty common throughout our area. And it's not often you hear us say, hey, it's just a total washout, especially in the warm weather season when stuff comes and goes and it's pop-up stuff and there's no telling where it's going to be. Days like tomorrow become much more rare, of course, as we get into the summer. But this is truly just a washout tomorrow. It's going to rain from start to finish. It's hardly going to let up. In fact, some of the time, the rain may come down at a pretty good clip. Now, as the rain starts to taper off, as this system moves off to the south and east tomorrow evening, some wet snowflakes, maybe some sleet pellets will try to mix in as this starts to wind down tomorrow evening. No impacts from that, but maybe the last snowflakes we're going to see for a while. Certainly with the upcoming pattern, doesn't look favorable at all for any type of wintry precipitation. So any snowflakes we see tomorrow evening might be the last we see for some time. All right, now Friday is going to be a pretty deceptive day. It's going to be bright and sunny as we get into the afternoon on Friday. But it's going to be awfully chilly outside, and I think the wind will be a factor as well. So we'll be lucky to crack 40, and the wind chill might be closer to freezing Friday afternoon. Kind of a rare combo, a strong March sun, full sun in the afternoon, but chilly and blustery weather. These kind of days get less and less common as we go into March, and the sun angle and the sun strength is the equivalent of the second half of September. Cold, frosty start to Saturday, but under high pressure, just a picture-perfect afternoon. Not a cloud in the sky. You won't find a cloud Saturday afternoon. You won't find a cloud on Sunday. It is going to be a pristine weekend with a distinct warming trend as well. So after starting in the mid-20s Saturday, we'll get up into the mid-50s, a 30-degree at least diurnal range on Saturday, and a 25 to 30-degree diurnal range on Sunday. Starting in the lower middle 30s, heading to 61 in the afternoon. Still hardly a cloud in the sky on Monday. And while I don't have a 70 officially in the forecast just yet, I think we're going to make it. We're going to take a run at it during the middle of next week. So, in recent years, dates have been fairly variable as far as the first 70-degree temperature of the season. The earliest on record occurred last year. We had 70 on January 11th in 2020. Now, of course, that's pretty unusual, and the next earliest date is 2 weeks later on January 25th, 1950. On average, this is about the time of the year, though, that we see our first 70-degree reading. The 30-year average is March the 15th. So we're a little behind schedule, actually, although we came off close last week with a 68 and 69-degree temperature during the middle of last week. And again, I think we've got a decent shot at making a run at 70 at some point next week. Thank you for watching the Wednesday evening weather for Weather Geeks, everyone. I will see you back here on Thursday. Enjoy this mild Wednesday evening.